Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a deep, high-energy dive into a truly fascinating concept. We're looking at this idea that our totally private lives actually dictate our public success. We'll be exploring how the fundamental power of the family unit is, well, kind of the root source of our happiness, and how that energy ripples out way beyond our front doors.
So let me ask you this. Could the secret to your career success actually be hiding right there in your living room? I know, it sounds totally counterintuitive. We're always taught to strictly separate work and home, right? Keep your personal life personal. But the source material argues that worldly success and even broader social harmony actually start right at home.
All right, let's jump into section 1, family as a microcosm. So a microcosm, basically the family acts as this miniature model of society. I mean, think about it. A child spends roughly their first 18 to 20 years in this very specific, enclosed environment. It's not just a place to sleep and eat, it is literally an inescapable blueprint for the real world. This is exactly where we learn the absolute foundations of how to exist alongside other human beings.
Inside that domestic training ground, we pick up three really fundamental things. First up, we learn basic gender roles and dynamics just by observing our parents day in and day out. Second, we learn the hierarchy of age, how to respect and interact with people older than us, and that directly translates to how we handle seniority later on in the workplace. And third, we learn how to take responsibility for those younger than us. If you have a younger sibling, you learn how to look out for them. It's actually the exact same dynamic as a manager mentoring a junior employee later in life.
Moving right along to section 2, parents as role models.
Okay, this next point is absolutely crucial. The source argues that the absolute most important thing for a child's growth is witnessing their parents loving and respecting each other. Honestly, forget the expensive tutoring or the perfectly curated extracurricular activities. Just seeing parental harmony in action is the ultimate gift you can give a kid.
And here is exactly how this generational transfer works. Step 1. Parents show mutual respect in their regular, mundane, everyday interactions. Step 2. Children, who are basically sponges watching everything, internalize this ideal. They learn what a healthy relationship looks like simply by living inside one. And then step 3, fast forward a few decades, and those same children replicate this harmony in their own adult lives. So witnessed domestic harmony translates directly into future societal stability.
Which brings us to section 3, home life affects work.
This is where it gets really interesting. Hidden domestic struggles directly sabotage our professional skills. The text draws this stark contrast. On one hand, you have private life troubles. Think marital fights or ongoing unresolved arguments. On the other hand, you have workplace failures. If someone struggles with, say, poor negotiation skills or a lack of confidence at the office, it often stems directly from a lack of confidence or harmony in their private life. You just can't be a charismatic, confident negotiator at work if you're constantly feeling defeated the minute you walk through your front door.
So the takeaway here is simple though. Yeah, definitely challenging. You need to resolve family issues as a top priority if you really want to excel in your career. The advice is to dedicate your weekends and evenings to solving home issues first. A peaceful private life isn't just some nice-to-have bonus. It's literally the absolute foundation of a successful public life.
Let's zoom out a bit for section 4, lighting up the world.
There's this beautiful, really profound quote from the source that says, "The light illuminated in a trusting and harmonious family will eventually become the power to save the world." Wow. Think about that for a second. A harmonious home acts as this sort of castle of light, a utopian starting point that has the power to emanate outwards.
And you can easily trace this ripple effect. Step 1, harmony starts localized, right there in the living room. Step 2, that light and stability naturally spread. It spills over to your neighbors, your friends, your wider community. And finally, step 3, as all these interconnected nodes of light join together, an ideal society is created. It just goes to show the massive macro impact of our micro behaviors.
And finally, section 5, life as fleeting memory.
The text leaves us with this gentle metaphor. Life on Earth is but a fleeting memory, like a school trip. It encourages us to just pause, doesn't it? We get so caught up in the daily grind, but in the grand scheme of things, our time here on Earth is incredibly brief. It's just a short, passing journey of learning and experiencing.
Imagine for a minute taking a cosmic perspective, just pulling back, ascending way up into the sky. From up there, the Earth looks incredibly small, doesn't it? All those harsh daily struggles, the bitter arguments, the worldly anxieties, they simply fade away. And what are we left with? The ultimate realization of wishing we had been kinder. When we look back on this fleeting life, our anxieties give way to a profound desire for gentleness.
Which naturally brings us right back to the golden rule. Always strive to treat others as kindly as you would wish to be treated. Rather than grinding through a harsh, super competitive existence that just breeds stress, choosing gentleness ensures you leave behind a legacy of real warmth.
So, since life really is that brief, what kind of gentle and warm memories are you going to leave behind? It's definitely something to chew on. Prioritize kindness and harmony in your own living room, knowing it literally holds the power to shape the entire world. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring.